Welcome to the Stoneridge Software video series for batch manufacturers. This video is going to be focused on Customer Voice, which is a survey response tool in Dynamics 365. For today's agenda, we're going to talk through how to create a survey, how we might manage multiple surveys in the system, different options for sending those surveys out, so manual or automated, for example, and then what different reports might look like based on survey responses and the metrics that we might assign to specific questions. So when we come into Customer Voice, the editor or survey creating tool is actually very user-friendly. So when I come in, I might choose to start from scratch, a blank survey form where I'm able to configure the name of the survey as well as background information, adding in an image. So maybe I want to upload my own image or choose from some existing ones, for example. As a part of creating the title, I can modify the text, the color, bold, italic, or underlined, and I can go in and I can update. Do I want this to be aligned to the left, center, or right, top, middle, or bottom of my header area? So some different configuration or customization options. And then from there, I can start adding in the questions that I want once I'm done with my customization and branding. So adding questions is very straightforward. I click the plus button, and now I get the different options for my question. So I want a choice field. So if I choose a choice field, I'm going to add my question, my options. I could add additional options. From there, I can go ahead and I could add logic. So maybe based on the answer, it skips a question to another question, or it displays a specific question. So answering option 1, for example, might show an additional question that I want them to answer based on this initial response to question 1. I could require questions as well. So we can't complete a survey and send it unless a specific question is asked and answered, for example. Additional question types, if I wanted free text, I can go in and just type the question out, and then I'm allowing for a free text answer. My rating question, so if I wanted to ask the customer to rate me based on maybe our customer service experience that we provided, for example, and then I could go in and I could update, is this a number rating, star, or smiley, as well as how many options I want to provide for them. I can go in and I could provide a date type question. So I'm allowing them, maybe I'm looking for feedback on when they would like an event to be in the future. So I'm allowing them to provide feedback, for example. If I wanted to also add in a Net Promoter Score, so NPS coming in, if I wanted to add that question, out of the box I can go in and layer that in here, and that's going to impact my results from the responses as far as my satisfaction metrics go. So I can go ahead and I can layer that in as well. And then at the bottom, if I wanted to create a post-message survey, so after they've completed it, I can go ahead and I could add a post-message survey, add my footer down here at the bottom as well. And then from there, it's determining how do I want to send this out. So if I go into a templated survey, which is something that I could start from if I wanted to, this order delivery feedback, you can see we've got some good examples of the types of questions that we might ask our customer. We're combining both static and dynamic text, because if this is something that we're sending as a part of an automated process, for example, maybe anytime we complete a sale, we want to automatically send out a survey form to that customer. It's going to dynamically populate the first name as a part of this initial top of the page in my first page of my survey here. So, hi, so-and-so, we hope you had a great experience with your recent order. And then they're going to move forward with these additional questions. Starting from a template, I can still add additional questions if I want to, and really modify the look and feel of the entire survey form. Some of the branding and customization options are going to be available over here on the left, where I can also go in and I can assign which questions meet specific satisfaction metrics based on responses. And when it comes time to send the form out, I've got some different options here. So I could leverage automation, so Power Automate. Again, we've got some pre-configured workflows in here that maybe it's based on a work order being completed, or a case or a support ticket being completed, or even based on the completion of an order or a sale. We can have the system automatically send this out for us. You could also add a list based on email, and that could be within the system as well. Or you could do this anonymously where we're embedding code or a link or even a QR code that could automatically be generated and added somewhere if you're looking for individuals to take this survey anonymously. So once we start sending these surveys out, we're going to get some results back. This example is going to provide just some different response feedback here, typically what you might see based on the question type. So here you can see what some of that reporting might look like visually. So considering your experience at an event, how likely are you to recommend? And you can see how we've got this pie chart here that comes back. We're seeing what some of the responses might look like. And visually what different questions might provide to you is around feedback. And then as we start to get different satisfaction metrics assigned to specific questions, we're going to get, for example, CSAT scores, NPS scores. So that type of information is going to come back here as well. And because we're leveraging the same back-end database as Dynamics 365, all of this information is going to be available to report on or view in your Dynamics 365 sales, customer service, field service, or marketing environments as well. You can also trigger alerts. So for example, if someone gives you a low feedback score, maybe we want to alert a manager to respond or reach out to that individual. And if we've gone in and we're using this in a way where we're leveraging an existing list or having it automated, we're going to know who that sender is. So for example, Tom McKinney's response here, we can dive into a specific responders questions that are answers that have come back from a form. But if we're sending it anonymously, we're not going to know who that respondent is. So different ways that we can send it and analyze that data that comes back from a survey response that went out. Okay, well, hope you enjoyed the video around customer service or customer voice today in this response tool. If you'd like to follow us on LinkedIn, we've got a QR code here, as well as the ability to check out some resources, video blogs, and other helpful information. We've got some great content on the Stoneridge Software website. We've also, if you wanted to reach out to us regarding customer voice specifically or anything Dynamics 365 related, go ahead and email us at solutions@stoneridgesoftware.com. Thank you and have a great day.